fans, the King of Elite Runners, Lee Godson is back for more of my Pixel Gun 3D 100 weapon tier list. This will be part number 13, like I said. One crucial thing I might need to say as well too is that the reason why I haven't been doing a whole lot of Pixel Gun videos, excluding the live streams because I still do a whole lot of that stuff, is because I was trying to finish off with the Minecraft game build creation I need to complete because I'm still doing the developer commentary stuff, but I'm still want to do the gameplay of it, but I'd rather do the developer commentary first than the gameplay of it because I need to do a little bit of tweaks. But I know I haven't done myself a tier list for quite a while, so this will be part 13 of my Pixel Gun 3D 100 weapon tier list. But anyways, let's start with number 1201, the Want Some Ice Cream weapon. This right here cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately, but it will possibly be good for casuals. I will definitely recommend this for moderates and low levels and high level experienced players as well too. If you want to do the cat spam thing, it will maybe have a slight delay of it, so you have to like wait for the right time to actually do it anyway. With other weapons included, like Ultimatum, or like other special weapons like the Reflector or the Laser Bouncer, it will have a huge delay in it included, but I haven't done any weapons on these things anyway for like test runs of them anyway, because I was trying to find some perfect ones to choose from anyway. But all in all, for casuals, I'll definitely say for moderates, lows, and high-level players, possible for cat spams, but will have a delay in it, and it has a pretty good ammo usage and decent reload. Reason why I say decent reload is because the cape I was using has faster reload, so I do apologize about that. Next up is the Pasta Grater. The Pasta Grater itself was a pretty standard, okay weapon at the time before I got some nerfs. The best thing about this weapon, it has a drop coin chance, similarly as to the Mayor's Trophy Revolver, which was the first introduction to that weapon anyway. But the very first one actually was the Treasurer, where you get in the clans category weapon for the black market. But that was really difficult to achieve, especially when you have max level clans black market. But all in all, the Pasta Grater, it's really decent, pretty good damage, decent amount of ammo, which is pretty helpful. Reload, amazing. I would definitely recommend this for cat spam wise. It's the same thing as the Laser Cycler, but do be aware as well too, it does have the coin drop chance for the Pasta Grater, but not for a Laser Cycler. And I was hoping as well too it will be the same similarity as for Laser Cycler and also the TikTok pistol. So it's kind of like the best ricochet weapon for the Pasta Grater, and also didn't realize it has the weakening effect in there. But moving right along is the Pasta Sniper Rifle. This one is a new ability as well too, which is the first shot is critical. It is a cat spam weapon. One hit to anything entirely, because like I said, the ability has the first shot is critical on there, but you have to be very precise about it. And if you do miss, you have to just deal with its main shots entirely. Its ammo usage is pretty decent. Its reload is a little bit kind of good, but not great at the time, because they did a little bit of a tiny little error, and they did had to repatch the actual reload while healing and trying to get your armor back up and whatnot. But all in all, the Pasta Sniper Rifle, it's an OG weapon and good for cat spams. You'll see a few folks use them anyway because of the ability, like I said, is the critical first shot. For casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for all categories. For low, moderate, and high level players. And it's really good for cat spams. And I forgot to say about the Pasta Grater, all categories for casuals, and it's good for cat spams. Next up is the Pasta Maker. The Pasta Maker itself, it has decent amount of ammo usage. Its reload is pretty slow, so you have to be find a good spot to be at. Its area damage is pretty okay, for my opinion. It's one hit to anything on contact or by its area damage as well too. Not sure about its ability-wise. I usually don't pay attention to the abilities because I want to speed this up, so that way I don't have to get my videos that long anyway. Pasta... What is it? Pasta Maker, sorry. Pasta Maker, when I did have to look at it, I noticed this said Teammates Healing. You can actually use this for the clan raids and minigame raids for this one. For casuals, I would definitely recommend this for lows and moderates. For cat spam wise, it will have a delay in it, but it can't be super fast to do. It's like the same similarity as like the Pixel Cola Refresher. But the only downside, like I said, it will have like the same animation for it, but it will have a huge delay in it, so you have to be very mindful about it if you are going to be using cat spams for it, for this weapon right here, the Pasta Maker. So Pasta Maker, official final results, possible for cat spams, but like I said, we'll have a delay in it. Casuals, lows and moderate level players only. And good for clan raids and minigame raids for the teammates healing ability for that. Up next is the PG menu. This one's a pretty good and I would probably say decent weapon to use. It cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately, because of its delay, but its new ability is the reload and shoot. It has the same other abilities, which I'm not going to say yet for the other weapons because I have not reached that point yet. I believe this is the first ever weapon to introduce with the reload and shoot ability. The only downside about that reload and shoot ability is that you have to be very precise on your aiming. Like, when you're trying to reload, you have to be very precise about it. Because the opponents will just move around fast, and it's going to be difficult to do. So from my understanding for the PG menu is that you want to just save your ammo usage and just keep going right away. And if you want to not reload your weapon, the best bet is just do a penalty self-destruction. That way you can just save some time and whatnot. Because the reload shoot is like really difficult to do because it moves so slow. But all in all, for PG menu, I will definitely say no for cat spams because of the delay and the reload and shoot ability. But for casuals, I'll definitely recommend for low and moderate level players only. Next up is the Space Courier. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. This one had a huge little glitch in the system where it was first introduced and you go into the crafting section in your armory. When you go onto this weapon right here, it has a huge little like lag bug that's like waits for like 2 seconds and then it'll just pop up. And it's like really annoying, but they did actually patch that up, so it's like more helpful. It's a dash weapon. It's good for clan raids and minigame raids. Unfortunately, the downside is that they do have to ban this in Knife Party because it's a dashing ability. Same thing apply with the pulling weapon abilities as well too. For this one, I would definitely possibly recommend this for cat spams and whatnot because you'll see thousands of folks using any type of cat spam like weapons for dashing and whatnot. Because like I said earlier before, from my previous episodes, there's 3 different types of cat spams. There's casual cat spams, dashing cat spams, and pulling weapon cat spams. So Space Courier, I would definitely recommend this for cat spam wise because the only downside, like I said, it cannot be used in Knife Party anymore, but it can still be used in any other type of matches, and it's good for clan raids and minigame raids. And for casuals, I will definitely recommend this for all categories. Next up is the Anniversary Alien Blaster. It's the same thing as the, can't remember the name, but it's like, I want to say Alien Bouncer, but that's not it. And I think it's like Alien Blaster, but I'm not sure. But it's just the anniversary version of it anyway. The only difference about it, it has the target mark, while the regular one doesn't. So all in all, from the very first episode, like I said, for the Alien Blaster, It's an OG type weapon for cat spams and for casuals, all categories. Same thing as for the Anniversary Automatic Peacemaker. It's a minigun category, so no for cat spams and for casuals, low and moderate level players only for it. The Anniversary Anti-Champion Rifle is the same thing as the Anti-Champion Rifle. The only downside about it is it has the ricochet for this one right here, for the Anniversary one, while the regular one doesn't. But this one is a really good sniper for cat spams, because all you can do for this is, when I did some test runs with it for any type of matches, it can be really helpful with all the cat spam categories because of the ricochet, because you can just swap over to your sniper and special, and for the specials, you can definitely use this with laser bouncer and reflector. But be mindful about the ammo usage as well too. The ammo usage is really decent for the Anniversary Anti-Champion Rifle. Definitely an OG and OP weapon for all categories in this one for the cat spams. And for casuals, all categories. Really fun to use, and definitely recommend to get this weapon as well. But the only downside is that we don't know when it'll actually show up in the actual other lotteries or special events anyway. So we'll see what happens anyway. And the best thing about it, it has the kill target explode ability on this one. And X-ray vision as well too for sniper forts. Next up is the Anniversary Big Buddy. It's a similarity as the Big Buddy, but this one has the ability of the stun ability. The only thing about it is I'm not sure how the actual stun thing works. It does have the super rocket jump, I believe. Yes, it does. Massive area damage is similarity as the Big Buddy. I would definitely say the original Big Buddy can do cat spams, but for this one it will have a delay in it, so be mindful about it. So I'll definitely say yes for cat spams. And for casuals, all categories in this one for low, moderate, and high level players. The other downside is the ammo usage. The original Big Buddy has 3 ammo usage, while the Anniversary version has 5. Next up is the Pixel Rotator. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. It's an automatic type weapon, no for cat spams, for casuals, low and moderate level players only. It has a pretty good, decent amount of ammo and fast reload. The best thing about it, it has, I believe, weakening and the electric shock ability. No, sorry, the infrared imager, which I'm not sure how that actually goes anyway. It's like the similarity as with something else, but I'm not sure. But with the electric shock on here, it's really fun to do and whatnot, but it's super annoying when someone else has the electric shock weapons, because it's so hard to move around. So for the Pixel Rotator, no for cat spams, yes for casuals, for lows and moderates only. Armored Cuber Power, my apologies if I have a hard time understanding my words because I talk too fast. You can use this weapon in Knife Party because of the area damage and the armor bonus. It's so annoying where you see a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway. But all in all, I would definitely recommend this for casuals, for low, moderate, and high experienced players. For cat spam wise, it will have a delay in it, so you can still swap over to your weapons anyway and still use this anyway, just in case you need a little bit extra armor bonus anyway for it. Next up is the Cuber Railgun. This weapon is an OG type weapon for cat spams, all categories by the way, and for casuals, definitely all categories for low, moderate, high level players. The best thing about it, it has like the blindness and the ricochet ability. It's kind of similar as the Anniversary Anti-Champion Rifle, but the only downside it has like the no kill targets explode on there anyway. And I believe the Cuber Railgun is almost a similar thing to the... I'm drawing a blank on the name. Antivirus. That's what it is. So Cuber Railgun, I will definitely recommend for cat spams and for casuals, low, moderate, and high level players. Next up is the Secret PG Archives. it does have the teammates healing ability, so definitely good for clan raids and minigame raids in this one. The only downside, it has slow reload, and its aiming is really hard to do because it's a similarity as the supply airdrop weapon. Because you have to like be very precise about it, because you have to like legit like aim where the character is at, and if you just move away off screen, you're not gonna know like where it's gonna land. So be very mindful about it. It's a special weapon. I would definitely recommend this for casuals, for lows, and moderates. For cat spams, definitely not, because it will have a delay in it. Next up is the Block Eye. You can definitely use this in Knife Party. The only thing about it is only 2 hits to the head and 2 hits to the body. I believe previously when it was first introduced, there was a few folks getting this weapon already. Like, and we just want to do test runs with it anyway and just have some fun. Where I believe it was like 1 hit entirely to anything. But they do have to do a little bit of nerfs to it anyway. The only thing about it has like the target freeze ability, the double jump ability, and the burning ability. So for this one, possible for cat spams, and for casuals, low, moderate, and high level players in this one. Honored Golden Friend. It's a similar as the Golden Friend, but this one's the honored version. No for cat spams because it's an automatic type weapon. For casuals, I will definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only. And the best thing about it, it has fast reload, good amount of ammo usage, and it has also another coin drop chance, which I did not know about that as well too, and critical damage ability as well too. Next up is the Usher. This one cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately. I was doing a test run with this weapon anyway and was first introduced into the season because it has a delay in it. For the Usher, I will definitely say for casuals, for low-level players, and a little bit for moderate-level players only. Not for high-level players because they want to find better-looking special category cat spam weapons anyway for it. The only downside, like I said, is the cat spam-wise for the delay, and the other thing is the huge reload waiting time as well too, because it takes like 3 seconds. But all in all, good and decent amount of ammo, because it's only 10 ammo usage when trying to fire this off. So Usher, no for cat spams, yes for casuals, for lows, and a little bit for moderate level players only. Next up is the special throwing knives. You can definitely use this in Knife Party. Has the Super Punch ability. It's 2 activation to make a 3rd one to be the Super Punch. I thought it was going to be the same thing ability as for the Storm Poleaxe or the Cyber Psy, but no, not really. But the only downside is that you had to like with the special throwing knives is it had to be like keep hitting the player, or the enemy I should say, around and see what happens. But for the Super Punch, you had to be very constant and like wait at the right time to just start throwing your knives immediately. So for this one, I'll definitely say no for cat spams because of the delay. But for casuals, I'll definitely recommend for only low-level players only for this one, because it's a little bit hard to get the actual correct momentum for this weapon right. Next up is the Springy Shotgun. It cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately, but it is a shotgun weapon, so it's still a no-go for cat spams. But for casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for lows and moderate level players only. Clockwork Guardian, it cannot be cat spammed because of the delay animation. It does have shield penetration, so it'll still be really helpful in case you see other folks with Sly Wolf, Spirit Mask, or Xmas Destroyer. I think that's the actual name of it, I'm not sure. You guys might have to let me know in the comment section down below anyway. Slow reload, decent amount of ammo, but like I said, it cannot be cat spammed because of the delay and whatnot. For casuals, I will definitely recommend this for only low-level players only, so they can learn the experience anyway. But for moderates and high-level players, they can find like better weapons anyway for this anyway. Next up is the Dark Foreteller. I just wanted to call this a fortune teller anyway because it almost looks like it anyway. Decent amount of ammo. It may have definitely like a slow reload. It's almost as similar to another weapon, which I'm not sure what the actual thing is. But the Dark Foreteller cannot be cat spammed because it's hard to get the aim in and whatnot because it just moves around. It has like a contact detonation when you're trying to throw the thing around. But for casuals, I would definitely recommend this for low levels and moderate level players only. For this one, for the Dark Foreteller. This is going to be an annoying one. The Deadly Tent. This is a similar thing to another weapon that has the laser beam ability. It cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately. But for the Deadly Tent, sorry, I had to figure out the name of it. Because, like I said, cannot be cat spammed because of the charge up shot. But another thing about it as well, too, is that for casuals, I would definitely recommend this for lows and moderate level players only, and also well-experienced high-level players as well, too. The best thing about it is that it can only take like one ammo usage at a time, especially when full of charge, compared to the other charge shot ones as well, too, like Hyper Mega Cannon or other weapons as well, too. It takes like 20 ammo usage to charge it up entirely, so it'd be like really fun to use. So we'll see what happens anyway. Next up is the Playing Pistols. It cannot be cat spammed because of the delay animation, unfortunately, like I said. It's a pretty good, decent weapon to use. Reload is really slow. Its ammo is pretty decent as well, too. It's almost like the same ammo usage as for the, what's the word? The VR blasters. So, Playing Pistols, no for cat spams, yes for casuals, for lows and moderate level players only. Next up is the Card Sharper. Its delay animation is really difficult to do for cat spam, so no. But does have the critical chance, critical hit ability added in. Its reload is so slow. I would definitely not recommend this for cat spams, but for casuals, for low-level players only in this one. Next up is the Scary Bunny. It does have the contact detonation. It's the same thing as the Plague Spreader. You can see like a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway, just for fun, because especially in deathmatch and whatnot, we see like thousands and thousands of folks use this weapon anyway, trying to get some points racked up, especially when they have a special set weapon unlocked for additional points in matches included. So Scary Bunny, it will be possible for cat spams, but will have a delay animation included. For casuals, I'll definitely say for lows and moderate level players only. Next up is the Accurate Bubbler. It's an automatic type weapon, so no for cat spams, and yes for casuals, for lows and moderate level players only. Next up is the Soap Hammer. It has the consecutive explosions ability, same thing as like the Cthulhu Legacy and the Band Hammer. You can definitely use this in Knife Party. It will have a delay included for cat spam, so you can still use it if you like, but you have to be very precise about the cat spam wise for the delay animation. But for casuals, I will definitely recommend this for all categories. Next up is the Dangerous Miner. You'll see a few folks use this anyway, just in case, like for cat spam wise, but it will have a delay animation included, so it'll be a no-go. But for casuals, I will definitely recommend this for low, moderate, and a little bit for high-level experienced players only. And it has like the contact detonation included. Pathlighter is the next weapon. It's a little bit tricky to get the actual shots in, but the only downside, it has the huge delay animation included for cat spam, so it's definitely a no-go. For casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only. I can't speak right because I talk so fast. Next up is the Heavy Anchor. This is a very huge delay attack animation. so you have to be very mindful about it. You could definitely use this in Knife Party, but like I said, for Heavy Anchor, it's really like you had to be like wait at the right moment and just go right ahead for it. So for Heavy Anchor, definitely no for cat spams, but for casuals, I will definitely only recommend this for low and a little bit for moderate level players only. Next up is Deadly Tide. It's the same thing as the Deadly Swirl, where it has the manual guidance, and it has the same like a sword type ability. I would definitely say no for cat spams because of the manual guidance, where you have to just guide your character around where the shot is going. You can kind of see like right there, for example. For casuals, I will definitely say for lows and moderate level players only for that one. Abyssal Altar. It's an automatic type weapon. No for cat spams. And for casuals, low and moderate level players only for that. Next up is Underwater Whip. Thousands of players use this weapon anyway because of the consecutive explosions, poison ability, and it's so annoying to use, and there's been a few nerfs about this weapon anyway. Especially when you see a whole lot of folks use this in Deathmatch, I almost said Knife Party. In Deathmatch for grinding more points in general, and see what happens anyway. But for casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for only low and moderate level players only. High level players still use them anyway, but just for funsies anyway, for like a deathmatch. But all in all, Underwater Whip is just really fun, but the only downside is that it gets annoying when a whole lot of folks are trying to grind some points, but you'll see thousands of players use this weapon anyway. Next up is the Underwater Piercer. It's a similarity as the Anniversary Anti-Champion Rifle and the Cuba Railgun with a ricochet ability. It's a super slow reload, decent amount of ammo, yes for cat spams, and for casuals, low, moderate, and high level players. Underwater Overseer. This one has the same similarity as the Ghost Lantern and the Soul Stone. You have to be very precise about your shots anyway, because when you just stand still when you see the opponents moving around, you have to like wait at the right time and see what's going to happen anyway. So Underwater Overseer, I would definitely say no for cat spams because it's like a Ghost Lantern type ability, and the Soul Stone ability as well too. For casuals, I will definitely recommend this for only low level players only. Next up is the Cyber Sai, which I know I should not have said this weapon anyway because I thought it was going to be the same similarity as this before. But it's a dash type weapon. Cannot be used in Knife Party anymore because it got banned. For casuals, I will definitely recommend this for like low and moderate level players only for this one. For cat spams, like I said, there will be a few folks using some dash weapon abilities for cat spamming and whatnot, so they can just like hurry and get some cover quickly. Oh boy, I forgot about this weapon. Intelligent Cyber Bow. This is the most annoying bow of all times because of its annoying ability, which is the... not the charge shot, but there's another thing about it, which is the damage during reload is so annoying. We see a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway. Well, when it was first introduced, though, because of its huge damage for reload and whatnot. I would definitely say for the Intelligent Cyber Bow, it will be possible for cat spam, but don't forget, it will have the charge shot, so for me, I will say no. But for casuals, I would definitely say for low and moderate level players only for that. Deathbringer is also another annoying weapon as well too, because the reason being is that it's not just because of the fast laser beam and whatnot, it's also because of the electric shock. It's so annoying, and the blindness I'm not too worried about, but the electric shock is the most annoying one of all. So if you do see players using the Deathbringer, be very cautious about it because of the electric shock and the blinding ability. It's so hard to get the right moment to like hurry quick before they're about to use this weapon anyway. And you'll rarely see a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway just to get some points in for team fight and other stuff in general. Next up is the Total Dominator 2, which is similar as the Intelligent Cyber Bow, but the only thing about it is that for the reload and shoot, it will spawn in a gravitation force like crystal glitchy ball, which I'm not sure how to pronounce that name anyway. But this one, I will definitely recommend this a little bit for cat spams, but it will have a delay in it, and unfortunately. But for casuals, I will definitely say for lows and moderate level players only for that. Evasive Dominator 4. I've never seen a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway. It has the critical... No, it has the acceleration after killing. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to be a melee, but it's not. It's a special type category. It's like the similar as the Plasma Beast, where there was a little glitch in the system where you'll see like a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway, where there's like 2 weapons in the category section for melee and special, because the Plasma Beast was in the special category for the melee. So for this one, I will definitely say for casuals, low level players only, because I've never seen a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway. It's a very super rare chance you see a whole lot of folks use this anyway. Virus Spreader. It's an automatic type weapon, no for cat spams, yes for casuals, for lows, and moderate level players only. And it does have the critical damage ability and the more damage to the curse ability added in. Error Generator, this one is a... What is it? This one has the ability for turning into something important, like you see a whole lot of folks use like the Witch's Sheep Cauldron or the Pew Pew Blaster, where you see a whole lot of folks turn into a sheep or an alien or a mutant. This one turns into like a little error thing, which is like a little error alien type creature. So Error Generator, I'll definitely say no for cat spams because of its delay animation and the charge shot, but yes for casuals, for lows, and moderate level players only for that. Revenger, I never seen this one. Well, technically I do seen this one before anyway, because it has a boomerang ability. It's like the same thing as the Marine Anchor or the Magical Boomerang. I never experienced it to be in the heavy category. Usually I thought it was going to be in the special category in this one. But this is like the first introduction of the Revenger as for the Boomerang ability for the heavy category. So for the Revenger, I will definitely say no for cat spams in this one, but yes for casuals, for low levels, and moderate level players only for that one. Next up is the Exchanger. It's a yes for your cat spams because you can just go around and just have some fun. The best thing about it has the unlimited ammo usage, so you can just keep on doing reload whenever you like instead of finding like yourself a little ammo piece. The only downside, it has a little bit of a slow reload, so you have to be very mindful about that. And it does have another coin drop chance included as well too, so that'll be like really helpful as well. So now there's like 4 different types or 5 different. So there's Postagrator, Exchanger, Treasurer, Mayor's Trophy Revolver, and I'm not sure if there's another one. So Exchanger, yes for cat spams, and for casuals, I will definitely say all categories in this one. Rebellion Spray Paints. I never seen a single person use this weapon before, and I don't know why it's in the epic category in this one. Usually when it comes to like special events or like special set stuff and like lotteries, trader vans, and pixel pass seasons, usually you'll see like legendary weapons and mythical weapons, but I never seen this one in the epic category, which is a little bit weird. Not sure why, but there's also another weapon as well too, which I'm not going to say because it's not even around that point. But Rebellion Spray Paints, it's the same thing like a flamethrower ability, so I'll definitely say no for cat spams, and for casuals, I'll always say like low level players, but it's really super rare to get because it's an epic category, and you'll probably not see a whole lot of folks use this weapon anyway, and you can definitely use this in Knife Party. Next up is Rosie's Diary. It is possible for a cat spam, but the only downside has the delay animation and the travel time included, so you have to be very precise about your shots. Slow reloads. For casuals, I will definitely say for lows and moderate level players only, but no for cat spams because it has like multiple shots to get at the right point. Sharp butterfly rifle, yes for cat spams because it's a sniper type category. One hit to the head, one hit to the body, etc., etc. It does have the target mark ability added in, and for the target mark, it has a little bit of a butterfly target mark icon on there to see where the enemy is at. So, sharp butterfly rifle, like I said, yes for cat spams, and for casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for all categories. Heart Maze, it's an automatic type weapon. It has the blinding ability. No for cat spams, yes for casuals, for moderate and low level players only. Stationary Friend, you can definitely use this in Knife Party. The only downside, it has a little bit of a slight delay animation for cat spam, so no for that. And for casuals, I will definitely say for low and moderate level players only. And has like the same animation as for the leader's butterfly knife. And the best thing about it has the disable jumps ability with it. Paperhead Assistant. It cannot be cat spammed because of its delay animation, but it does do like one hit entirely to anything in general. No head. It does have a headshot included. I thought it didn't. My apologies. One hit to the body, one hit to the head. For casuals, I'll definitely say for low and moderate, and maybe a little bit for high level experienced players only as well too. Because if they want to experience with the cat spams, I'm not sure if this one would be possible for it because it may have a huge delay animation included. If it does, you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. Because like I said, thousands of these weapons I never touch. I only just care about just collecting the weapons anyway and just test them out anyway and see if they are possible for cat spams. Next up is the Friendliest Pistol. It's a shotgun backup type weapon. It's almost barely a one shot to the head, but it can only be 2 shots to the head and 2 shots to the body. Has a slight delay for cat spam, so definitely no for that. And for casuals, I will definitely say for low, moderate, and a little bit for high level experienced players only as well too. Next up is the Innocent Sniper Rifle. You can definitely use this for cat spams. It's really fun to use. The only slight downside, it has a little bit of a slow reload speed, so you have to be very mindful about it. So you need to be in a perfect spot to hide so you can just reload your weapon. Good ammo usage as well too. And for casuals, I would definitely recommend this for all categories in this one. And it's really fun to use. You'll see a few folks use this weapon anyway because of the charming ability and the bleeding ability. Sorry, the wall break and the charm. I thought I had bleeding included in this one. Kitten Cutie, for this one, I never seen a few folks use this weapon anyway. You'll see a slim chance of most players use it anyway, but when it was first introduced, there was like a few folks using it anyway. It has the area damage, the looping shot, and the charming ability. This one is a little bit fun to use, but the downside about it has the travel time, and I believe it has a huge animation delay for cat spams. So I'll definitely say no for that, but for casuals, I will definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only. Next up is the Neon Tommy Gun. It has the, I think it's the weakening ability, I'm not sure. No, shield penetration and the automatic type weapon, so no for that, for cat spams. And for casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only. Because the first second there, I thought I had like the weakening, but it does not, unfortunately. Next up is I'm not going to say the actual name of it, unfortunately, because I might get myself copyright about it, but I'm just going to say the Neon Gun. The Neon Gun for this one is, no for cat spams, unfortunately, but for casuals, I'll definitely say for lows and moderate level players only. The best thing about this weapon, it has the head enlargement and the rage ability. And for the rage ability, it increases the your player's damage every time we use this weapon multiple times. But if you get yourself killed or whatnot, then it's probably then you're just going to reset you back to its main proper damage output. So for Neon Gun, no for cat spams, yes for casuals for moderate and low level players only. Next up is the Heavy Neon Gun. It's almost like similar like the bazooka as well too, or the rocket launcher I should say. It does have a slight delay animation where it has like the similarity as the Invincible Lion or the Pixel Color Refresher. The best thing about this weapon is that it has ammo steal, so it's really helpful, and it has a little bit of a burning spot for where the player is still like standing and whatnot, and just in case if they run through it and they're on fire and whatnot. So Heavy Neon, I will say no for cat spams, but it will be possible for it because of its delay animation, like as similar as the Invincible Lion or the Pixel Color Refresher. But for casuals, I would definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only for that. Next up is the Danger Bouquet. Yes. You can definitely use this in Knife Party. It is one hit target to the head and 2 hits to the body. It does have a Super Punch ability added in, so be very mindful about it. It is 3 activations, and then the 4th one is the Super Punch. So you have to be very mindful about that. Danger Bouquet may be for cat spams, but it has a delay animation, so no for that. But for casuals, I'll definitely say low and moderate level players only for that. Spiky Mortar, you'll see thousands of folks use this anyway because of the contact detonation, especially when you're using the jetpack as well. Just to get yourself some points in deathmatch or just have some fun in team fight for it. Spiky Mortar can be a little bit annoying to maneuver out of the way because of the contact detonation, because it can one hit entirely to anything, or especially just like playing minded when you see people just moving around and whatnot. For casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for all categories, and for cat spams, it will be possible, but you have to be aware of its delay animation. It takes like a 1.5 second animation to swap over anyway. Next up is the Weighty Evidence. Weighty Evidence is a shotgun primary weapon. It can 2 hit to the head, like 1 hit to the body and whatnot. It depends on the range as well too, where you're at entirely. It cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately, because it has a huge delay animation. It's the same thing as the Death Collector and the Nacho Shotgun included, because they're both like only 2 shots entirely. But you can still have fun with this one anyway if you have the kinetic module added in for just infinite amount of just firing and whatnot. So for Weighty Evidence, I would definitely say no for cat spams, and for casuals, low and moderate level players only for that. Useful Suitcase, this one's also another ability with the reload and shoot ability. It has an automatic type weapon, so definitely a no for cat spams. And for casuals, I'll probably say only for low level players only. But for moderates, slightly, but definitely only for low-level players only for it. Accurate Investigator, it cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately, because of its delay animation. It's the same thing as the Card Sharper and the Clockwork Guardian for it. The best thing about this weapon, anyway, is because it has the wall break and the X-ray vision and target mark. For casuals, I would definitely say for low-level players and a little bit for moderate-level players only. But for the Accurate Investigator, I wish it was a cat spam type weapon because it'll be so annoying. But fortunately, it's not. Next up is these 3 weapons. You can only get these on the Steam Pixel 3D PC version of it. Or sometimes if you play on mobile and you have a Steam account and still play this anyway, you can still achieve it. But you actually have to pay for it to get these weapons anyway. But I'll just do a quick review on them anyway. Newell Pistol. It cannot be cat spammed for this, unfortunately. But when I did myself a test run with this, it will be possible for it. But it has like a little bit of like a 1.3 second delay animation when swapping over for this weapon. The best thing about that, it has a limited ammo usage, and the best thing as well is that it can be like 2 hits entirely to anything. So for Newell Pistol, I'll definitely say no for cat spams. And yes, for casuals, for lows, and moderate level players only. Next one is the first person shooter destroyer, aka FPS. It has the critical damage ability added in. It can definitely be used in knife party and whatnot. Really fun to use. No for cat spams because of its delay animation, and for casuals, low, and moderate level players only. Next up is the achievement Hunter. This one has a first and ever new ability, which is the kill counter. It detects how many enemies you eliminated so far. And plus, I've not used this weapon for quite a while anyway, so definitely a yes for cat spams, and definitely get this weapon anyway. The only downside has a little bit of a slow reload speed, and it has a decent amount of ammo usage included. But for casuals, I'll definitely say for low and moderate level players only for that. Do I really have to talk about this weapon anyway? This is Pokemon 3D player's worst ever weapon. The Cash Gun. It has a whole lot of ammo usage. Really fun to use. It was changed from bonus kill points to bonus assist points, just for the other players to have like a little bit more of a fair play and whatnot. Or especially when folks don't even have this weapon anyway. It has a slow reload, and it's like so annoying to use. But I just imagine myself, like, just imagine if it did like 50 ammo usage, it'll be so broken. For Cash Gun, I would definitely say no for cat spams, and for casuals, I would definitely only recommend this for low level players only for that. Not for moderates or high level players, because you'll see a whole lot of folks use it anyway for just annoying, just for like annoyance. Moving right along with that weapon out of the way, next up is Rudolph the Reindeer. It cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately, because of its delay animation. But for casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only. It does have like the ricochet ability, but you have to be very mindful about it anyway. Next up is the Sooty Sniper Rifle. It can definitely be cat spammed in this one. Possible in sniper forts. I'm not sure if it's still required or if it's still in there or whatnot. The Sooty Sniper Rifle, like I said, definitely can be cat spammed. And for casuals, I will definitely say for low and moderate level players only. Christmas Letter Shredder. This ability has shoots in 3 directions. It's the same thing as like the Heavy Elf Crossbow, Aphrodite Crossbow, Terror Spreader, etc., with other weapons as well too, which I'm not sure the other names of anyway. But Christmas Letter Shredder cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately. It will be possible for it, but it will have a huge slight delay animation for like 1.2 seconds, I think. I'm just not sure. But for casuals, I would definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only for the Christmas Letter Shredder. We have a few more to go, so I'm just going to speed this through anyway. Ice Ninja Axe, good for knife party, has the rage ability and the lifesteal ability. And the best thing about this, it has like the same thing as the Crystal Division melee weapon, which I forgot the name of anyway. Where it heals where it just gains you HP and armor bonus as well too. So for knife party, definitely use this in knife party as well if you want to use it. No for cat spams, yes for casuals, and for low and moderate level players, and also high level experienced players as well too. Cold Shinobi, yes for cat spams, for casuals, low and moderate level players only for that. The only thing about this weapon, it has like the blinding ability and its X-ray ability included. Ice Ball Generator, possible for cat spams, but will have a delay included in. It does have the damage during reload ability added in, so be very mindful about it. It can one hit entirely to anything on contact, or with its area damage, it can be only 2 hits. For casuals, low and moderate level players, possible for cat spams, but like I said, it has a delay animation included. Deadly Icicle. This is the most annoying, like, OP, like, type shotgun. It's similar to, like, the Ultimatum a little bit. But the only thing about it has, like, the weakening ability, and it has a little bit of, like, just amount of ammo usage. I only use this weapon for, like, Christmas edition only for it. Previously, it was 12 ammo usage, I believe. Or, I think it used to be. Yeah, it used to be 12, but now they decreased it down to 9 ammo usage. So it's an OG type category weapon for cat spams, and for casuals, all categories included. Dragon Scales, possible for cat spams, but it has delay animation included. Casuals, I'll definitely recommend this for low and moderate level players only for it. Dragoneer, it's the same thing as the Deadly Icicle, but the only thing about it, it has like the same type abilities as the Ultimatum included, because it has the wall break and the shotgun included in for it. So yes, for cat spams, and for casuals, low and moderate and high level players included. Noble Porcelain. This one is a good OG type weapon cat spam category for this one. It had a huge little glitch in the system about the healing with like healing your character whatnot, where like you can kind of see a little bit. Well, I had to do myself a little example right here, where you can kind of see like when you just do the reload immediately, it just like does it like instantly. But with its animation, you had to wait till you're done drinking the actual noodle soup, and then it's all ready to go, and then you're fully healed up. So that was the most annoying part about it. But another annoying part about it has the kill target explode included in there, and it's like one hit entirely to anything. So Noble Porcelain, I would definitely say yes for cat spams, and for casuals, all categories included. Next up is the Dragon X. Yes, I had to make sure I didn't skip anything. Dragon X, it's the same thing as the Noble Porcelain, but the only difference about it has just the laser ability added in for it. Dragon X, I will say yes for cat spams, and for casuals, all categories included. Not much I can say about that anyway. Flaming Fan, it's a melee type category. You can definitely use this in Knife Party. Slightly delay for cat spams because of its delay animation. And for casuals, I will definitely say for low and moderate level players only. Flaming Fury. It's a shotgun type weapon. It can one hit at close range and whatnot. It only depends on what, like how far you are from the character and whatnot. For the shotgun ability, like I said. Possible for cat spams, but I will definitely say no because it will have a huge delay animation included. For casuals, I will definitely say for low and moderate level players only. Knight's Crossbow. It can definitely be used for cat spams, but the only downside it had to be changed from bonus kill points to bonus assist points. Not much you can say about this anyway, but it definitely has a good amount of ammo usage, and it's still fun to use anyway. 12 ammo usage, pretty decent. Reload, pretty decent. Not much you can say about this anyway. So, OG category for cat spams, and for casuals, all categories included. Scepter and Orb. This one's a little bit tricky to handle and whatnot, because you had to you had to directly aim at the character where it's at anyway, because it's the same thing as for the other type weapons as for the Crystal Division sniper weapon, because of its falling down ability, not falling down, its area damage ability, where it just like starts to rain down, like the same thing as the Eye of the Storm and whatnot. So Scepter and Orb, I will definitely say no for cat spams because of its delay animation and its ability and whatnot for like when firing and whatnot. But for casuals, I will definitely say for low, moderate, and maybe a little bit for high level experienced players as well too. I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing that name. Oh wait, I think I got it. Invigorating Drink. You'll see tons and tons of folks use this weapon anyway for Knife Party. because of its random effect ability and its double jump ability included as well too. So in Knife Party, you can definitely use this weapon because it's that, and also the Spirit's Overseered included for it. So, possible for cat spams, but will have a 0.8-second delay animation included, so be mindful about it. And for casuals, I would definitely say for low, moderate, and high level players included for it. Bard's Song. This is also the cousin of the Solar Flare because of its area effect. Because of the Plasma Rocket area effect included, it's so annoying to do, so you have to be very mindful about it. It's the same thing as with the other weapons as well too that has the area effect and the plasma rockets included as well too. So Bard's Song, no for cat spams because of its delay animation, but it may be possible for it, but be mindful about it. But the only thing about it because it's the charge shot ability. So definitely no for cat spams, and for casuals, I would definitely say for low and moderate level players only for it. We are almost there. Gears of Death. It's the same thing as the Card Sharper and the Clockwork Guardian and one other one, which I forgot the name. Accurate Investigator, that's what it was. With the delay animation, it cannot be cat spammed, but for casuals, I will definitely say for low and moderate level players only for it. However, Killing Mechanism can be cat spammed, but you have to use a specific type of a shotgun for it. For Dragoneer, you can definitely use it, but for Ultimatum and other ones, you cannot for it. So definitely, it's an OG type weapon for cat spams because of its more damage to the curse and bleeding ability included in. Actually, no, it does not. It has just the wall break and the more damage to the curse included in. I don't know why I kept thinking myself of the bleeding ability because it's just the animation of it anyway. So Killing Mechanism, yes for cat spams, and for casuals, low and moderate level players only, and high level experienced players as well too. Assassin's Assistant. This one's the most annoying one of all because of its electroshock ability. Possible for cat spams, but will have a 1.4 second ability, 1.4 second delay animation. My apologies for it. So I will probably say no for cat spams for it. For casuals, I'll definitely say for low, moderate, and high level experienced players because you'll see a few folks use this weapon anyway because of the electroshock included. Next up is the Soul Cycler. This weapon is an automatic type weapon, so it's a no for cat spams, and for casuals, I'll definitely say for low and moderate level players only for it. Arctic Soul Devourer is the next weapon. Its annoying abilities are the Gravitation Force, Lifesteal, and Weakening ability. You'll see a few folks use this anyway. It is possible for cat spams, but it's only like 0.5 seconds or like 0.8 seconds of its delay animation to swap over anyway, so I'd be very mindful about it. Not much you can say about this weapon anyway, so I would definitely say it's an OG type weapon for cat spams, and for casuals, I would definitely say for low, moderate, and high level experienced players as well too. Poisonous Piercer is the next weapon. It cannot be cat spammed for this one, unfortunately, because of the travel time, slow reload speed, and has a huge delay animation, I think. Like I said, 1,000 of these weapons I never touch because I collected the weapons anyway, just test them out. So, Poisonous Piercer, I would definitely say no for cat spams, for casuals, low and moderate level players only for it. Next up is the Second Life Vacuum. This is the first ever dash weapon to not be used as a charge shot ability. It is so fun to use, has a Super Punch ability added in. You can tell by its Super Punch ability when it's ready to be fully charged up and ready to go by looking at the meter on the very bottom where it shows orange, green, then red, and then it's ready to go. So it's a 3 activation, and then the 4th one is a Super Punch ability. Unfortunately, it got banned in Knife Party because, like I said, it's a dash type weapon ability added in. But for cat spams, I'll definitely recommend this for, usually, like I said, for dash type cat spam players because it's a dash weapon ability. And for casuals, I would definitely recommend this for all categories, and it's also good for clan raids and minigame raids included. Rusted Revolver is another annoying weapon included because it can entirely one hit to the head or possible one hit to the body if I have the critical chance ability shown and whatnot. The annoying thing about it has like the barrier around it and the head enlargement, so it's like really annoying to do, and there's not much you can do. But the best thing about it is that it cannot be cat spammed because it has a delay animation of 1.3 seconds, I believe. So, Rusted Revolver, no for cat spams, and for casuals, I would definitely recommend this for low and moderate and high level experienced players only for it. Wooden Rifle, automatic type weapon, no for cat spams, yes for casuals, for low and moderate level players only. The Forester, it has a charge shot ability, so it will be possible for it, but I'm going to say no for cat spams, and for casuals, low and moderate level players only for it. Forest Protector, it has the same animation, or same weapon style, I should say, as the Pixel Color Refresher, but this one is a little bit more slightly delay animation, where Pixel Color Refresher is like 0.2 seconds, while this one's only like 0.4 seconds. So it can still be possible for cat spams for it. And for casuals, I'll definitely say for low, moderate, and high level players included. Next up is the Harmonic Synthesizer. It's hard for me to understand it anyway. This weapon right here, probably not for cat spams and whatnot. It's hard to do anyway, and I've never seen a single person use this weapon anyway, so we'll just see like what happens with it anyway, because I think I never tried this weapon out anyway. I only just collected it and just never used it. So, Harmonic Synthesizer, probably not for cat spams, unless if it does, I'll probably say delay animation of 2 seconds, I think. I'm just not sure about it. And its random effect is pretty good. It does create a shield when reloading, so it's more helpful. But I have nothing else to say about this weapon anyway. High Voltage Propagator. High Voltage Propagator. It's a shotgun type ability with the electric shock added in. Only downside is that it has a delay animation, so it cannot be cat spammed. For casuals, I'll definitely say for low and moderate level players only. And for the Harmonic Synthesizer, casuals for low and moderate level players only for it. Almost done. Ancient Knowledge. This one's a little bit tricky to handle and whatnot because you have to do the charge shot ability. It cannot be cat spammed because of the charge shot, and you have to be very cautious and mindful about it anyway. You can still do the cat spam anyway if you don't want to do the forward charge shot, so you can just still keep on going through it anyway, just keep on firing if you like. Which I believe that's why I did as well too during my playthrough test run of it anyway, trying to do the eliminate 50 players with this Ancient Knowledge weapon anyway at the time. So this one I'll definitely say possible for cat spams, unless if you don't do the full charge shot ability added in for it. But for casuals, I'll definitely say for low-level players only, and a little bit for moderates as well, too. Next up is the Deadly Knowledge. It does not have the Ricochet ability. This weapon cannot be cat spammed because of a delay animation. I think I already said that anyway. But it does have the piercing ability added in. This weapon has the healing area ability and the ammo steal ability. Never seen a lot of folks use this weapon anyway, so I'll definitely say no for cat spams, and for casuals, low-level players only included. Unconditional Knowledge. This one's also another weapon that has a delay animation where it cannot be swapped over for cat spams because it's the same thing as the Card Sharper. This is the Unconditional Knowledge. Card Sharper, Clockwork Guardian, Accurate Investigator, Gears of Death, and this one right here. So no for cat spams, and the best thing about this weapon, it has the armor regeneration, so it's more helpful for it. So no for cat spams, unfortunately. I wish it was. For casuals, I would definitely say for low, moderate, and maybe a little bit for high level experienced players only for it. Finally is the Molecure Rifle. It's an automatic type weapon, no for cat spams, and yes for casuals and moderate level, for low and moderate level players only for it. Oh boy, I need a break from talking too much anyway because I have a whole lot of like information about them anyway. But anyways, that will conclude part 13 of my Pixel Gun 3D 100 weapon tier list. Like I said, I do apologize in advance if I do not do a whole lot of uploads recently or a whole lot of other stuff because I'm still trying to do myself a whole lot of tweaks for my game build stuff and think of some ideas for other Pixel Gun 3D stuff I'm doing. So anyways, that will conclude this recording right here. And anyways, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, Lightning Strike.